All right, so your message matters. Communication is one thing that can make or break a relationship of any kind, even this one. So you better communicate
I'm going to start
properly.
communicating properly. Our friend, motivational speaker and life coach Marcedes Fuller is helping us take our communication to the next level and avoid some of the pitfalls that could cost us our relationships. Welcome back, Marcedes. I mean, last time you were in a red number.
Yes.
Now I see the blue and the. This
Looks
is
pretty
fantastic.
spiffy. Yes.
Very.
So we're doing blue and orange today.
Fantastic.
Looking good.
Fantastic. So, short of the obvious, why is communication so important in relationships?
Yeah, communication is so important because it informs the way that you show up to the relationship. So communication is how we share our opinions, our thoughts, and what we believe. And communication, it also provides us with what we need to know about each other, that information, those tools that we need to know about each other. So communication is also how you convey your expectations. That's the biggie right there.
So where are some of the pitfalls here? Where does the communication break down? What do people tend to fall into these traps where they're like, I don't understand why you didn't understand?
Right.
Right. So the pitfalls, one of the #1 pitfalls, and also like my #1 pet peeve is the silent treatment.
That's the worst.
No likey that one.
Right, because you should say something. Don't go silent, because even your silence communicates something as well. People who are vague in communication, not saying what they really want to say, really slimming down the message. Sometimes when we leave out certain things or not really get to the core of what we're trying to say, it could really have a dangerous effect on the relationship. Volume. Watch your volume. Oh my gosh. I tell people all the time, why are you yelling?
Stop yelling. Stop yelling at me.
Yeah. And then another biggie is not asking for what you want or what you need.
Yeah.
If you need something, say something.
Right.
That's the biggest thing. And then failing to listen. That's the flip side of all of this. So if we have something to say, we would hope that somebody is on the receiving end listening. And one of the things that really messes with our attention is when we try to multitask while we're communicating.
See, I'm Italian, so if you talk loud, it's a normal conversation.
I'm
doesn't
not
mean you're yelling at
yelling.
anybody.
Exactly.
That's how the families communicate.
My sister says, I'm not yelling. That's how we talk.
It's not yelling.
It's interesting. Vagaries make me crazy. For a chunk of time, I felt like I was surrounded by people that would start a declarative statement like this. Do you want to maybe be part of this committee?
Kind of.
And I would say no. And she would look at me like, and I said, if you want me to be on the committee, say, Marisol, I would like you to give me an option. I would like you to be on the committee. And then I could say yes or no. And now I would say no, and then she didn't like that. However, I think it's because she had trouble saying no, which is our next question. Why are some of us more comfortable saying no than others?
Yeah, some people are more comfortable saying no because they understand their capacity. And that's one of the biggest things that I would urge people to do is be unapologetically clear and honest about your capacity. If you can do something, say, I can do it. If not, say, I cannot. And really and truly, you don't owe anyone an explanation as to why you can or can't do something. No is an answer, and you can put a period behind that 2-letter word. Yeah, so people struggle with that capacity piece. And then also, one of the things when we think about capacity, you want to make sure that you show up as the best version of yourself. And so if you can't show up as the best version of yourself to a relationship or an obligation, you need to say that. And so part of saying that is, no, I can't, because I'm not going to be able to be the best version of myself or do my best work if I do this. And that's okay.
Yeah, and we're talking about communication face-to-face, but obviously a lot of communication goes on in the texting world.
Right.
And, that's one of those things sometimes the interpretation can be totally off the mark. So what are the types of things we should avoid terms we should avoid using when we're texting, or should we embellish more on them?
Or use all caps. Stop yelling at me, Chris.
There you go.
Yeah, the all caps thing, we really need to stop that because that really, you have to consider the receiver of the message. And sometimes people don't receive the message the way that you're saying it. So one of the things that I would consider is the message, number one, but also consider who you're talking to, who you're communicating with, and learn their communication styles, because there are some people who, if they're short-winded, they're not going to appreciate that long text message with all caps. You know, so you have to consider the message, but then also be intentional about your communication. I say this, I see you. Intentional communication leads to understanding. I see you. And then another acronym, because I love acronyms, is CPR. So you want to C, communicate consistently. You want to P, be patient. And you want to R, you want to show respect.
Okay.
I got it.
I need a little more CPR from you, Missy.
Well, fine.
Who knew? Mercedes, thanks so
Say
much.
what you need.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
Thank you. Next time we want to see you here, because I can't wait to see what your next ensemble is going
we need a
to
little
be.
fashion show.
I'll be there soon. Absolutely. Thank y'all.
Fantastic.
stay well.
Yes. Keep up with the Marcedes. Listen to his podcast, The Move with Marcedes, or check him out at Marcedes Fuller. Marcedes Fuller on all manner
There you go.
of social media.